Hi friends, welcome to Excel Commerce YouTube channel. I am Chaitra, lecturer, Department of Commerce, RPGFGC and PG Center Bilgi. This is a platform where you can explore commerce knowledge. Please subscribe our channel and share this video with your friends. In this video, we will discuss various accounting ratios. First one is return on investment or overall profitability ratio. This ratio measures the profit in relation to capital employed. The formula is operating profit divided by capital employed into 100. Here operating profit is profit before interest and tax. Capital employed. Capital employed is defined in different way by different authors. And the first one is total of all assets, that is fixed assets as well as current assets is treated as capital employed, or total of fixed assets or total of long-term fund employed in the business, or in other way net working capital plus fixed assets. Net working capital and fixed assets is simply called as gross capital employed. Return on investment is again classified into two types. One is return on shareholders fund. This ratio determines the profitability from the shareholders' point of view. The formula is return on shareholders fund equals net profit after interest and tax divided by shareholders funds into 100. The net profit here is net income after payment of interest and tax, and it includes net non-operating income also. Shareholders fund include equity share capital, preference share capital, all reserves and profit belonging to shareholders. Next is return on equity shareholders fund, or return on equity, or return on net worth. The formula for calculating this ratio is net profit after interest, tax and preference dividend divided by equity shareholders fund into 100. Equity shareholders fund consists equity share capital, reserves and profit belonging to equity shareholders. Aggregate of these, any accumulated losses should be deducted. Next ratio is return on total assets. This ratio measures the productivity of total assets. Formula is net profit after tax divided by total assets into 100. These total assets include both fixed assets as well as current assets, but exclude fictitious assets. Fictitious assets, for example, preliminary expenses, debit balance of profit and loss account, other similar losses shown on asset side of the balance sheet. In simple sense, fictitious assets are not the real assets of the concern. Next important ratio is earning per share, EPS. This ratio measures the overall success of the business. It also reflects upon the capacity of the business to pay dividend to its shareholders. The formula for calculating EPS is net profit after tax and preference dividend divided by number of equity shares. Next is price earning ratio. This ratio measures EPS reflect by the market price. This ratio is of use to prospective investor to whether to invest in the equity shares of a company or not. The formula is price earning ratio equals market price per equity share divided by earning per equity share. Next is payout ratio. The formula is payout ratio equals equity dividend divided by net profit after tax and preference dividend into 100, or in other way, payout ratio equals dividend per equity share divided by earning per equity share into 100. Next one is retained earnings ratio. This ratio shows the proportions of profit retained in the business out of current year profit. Payout ratio and retained earning ratio should be equal to 100. The formula is retained earnings divided by net profit after tax and preference dividend into 100, or in another way, retained earnings per equity share divided by earning per share into 100. Next is interest cover or fixed charges cover ratio. This ratio shows the ability of the concern to meet interest commitment and its capacity to raise additional fund in future. The formula is profit before interest and tax divided by fixed interest charges. Here fixed interest charges include interest on debentures, interest on term loan and interest on such similar securities. These charges also include preference dividend. Next is dividend yield ratio. The formula for calculating dividend yield ratio is dividend per share divided by market price per share into 100. Next is return on capital employed ratio. Ratio is very important. The formula for calculating this ratio is net profit after taxes divided by gross capital employed into 100. In previous slide, I told gross capital employed include fixed assets plus net working capital. We will come up with the practical calculations of ratios. Thank you for watching.